Hello there, welcome to Lolly Queen Zone. I'm Lolly. This is the channel that I talk about health conditions, food recipes, and any other thing that makes our life essential. If you're a returning viewer, you know that I love you so much. And if you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe and then turn on your post notifications. You don't want to miss any update. Our health topic for discussion today is sudden loss of consciousness. Sudden loss of consciousness is a very broad topic, but then I'm narrowing it down to syncope and seizure. This particular video will focus more on syncope. Let's get started. Syncope, also known as dizziness or fainting, is a transient loss of consciousness. That's loss of awareness, where you are, what you're doing, like you lose your consciousness for a brief period. A muscle strain due to decreased blood flow to the brain, typically due to low blood pressure, and then muscle weakness. So your balances are not really stable, and then it's usually caused by you having a low BP. The main characteristics of syncope or syncope attack, one is fast onset, is like happens rapidly, and then two, short duration, it doesn't last for long, doesn't last up to 1 minute, and then three, spontaneous recovery, like you recover spontaneously, like you don't need to be stimulated or anything. Usually as they fall or lean to the wall, they gain consciousness. Think of your body as a barrel or a column of water, from your head to your toe, with your head being the top part of the barrel and then your feet being the bottom. When the water in the column reduces, it doesn't get to the head. That's the same way that happens to our bodies. So when this column of water decreases, the brain doesn't get adequate blood supply, and this is really dangerous to the brain because the brain cells start to die due to lack of oxygen. For the brain to protect itself, it shut down the body. If the body is shut down, you can lie down and then the water column then can move evenly to your head. So like you see, when the water column is standing this way and it falls like that, it moves the water so your brain can get some blood. It usually happens to people at the extremes of age, the very young and the very old. Causes include stress, emotional abnormality. For example, when we hear shocking news, anemia. When you're anemic, you don't have enough blood, so your brain is deprived of blood and hence oxygen. So you could go into syncope attack. The most common cause of syncope attack is dehydration. As I said, think of your body as a column of water. Sudden change in position, from a lying position to a standing position. If you stand up abruptly, you are going to get dizzy, because on the lying position your blood is being distributed like evenly through your body, and then you are standing up and there is gravity of the earth that's going to pull on you. So if you stand up suddenly, your blood will be pulled down by gravity, so for a microsecond your brain doesn't get oxygen. Another cause of syncope attack is standing for so long. This usually happens to the cadet guys and then the military persons, or during our Independence Day march. Usually people are made to stand for hours non-stop, no break. They are just standing there for hours. And then the muscles in our feet are such that they have vessels passing in between them. So when we stand, we are contracting those muscles, and those muscles are in effect going to contract on the vessels in our legs. So if it's contracting, it means there is not enough blood flow back to your heart and then to your brain. And the moment the person falls, there will be relaxation of muscles, and blood can flow back into the heart and into the brain. Syncope attack too can happen when we are wearing too tight collars or ties or anything that's going to press hard on our carotid arteries. our carotid arteries are found around our neck and they supply our brain with blood. So if we are pressing on it, it means we are not getting blood to our brain. So the brain would tell us to collapse, and that one you need to loosen that up to help the person. Just as the long hours of standing, they are contracting on the vessels. So if you don't release the pressure, the blood wouldn't get to the brain. Treatment and prevention are directed to the cause. So whatever the cause is, if you want to treat it, you just correct that. And for the prevention, you know what can cause it, so you prevent it. This is what you need to do when you witness somebody having a syncope attack or fainting. Number one, put them on their back on a flat surface. Number two, raise their legs a few centimeters above heart level. This allows blood to return back to the heart. Number three, when they recover and they need to stand, do so slowly. You remember posterior hypotension or orthostatic hypotension, or the drop in BP due to rapid change in position. Yes, we don't want the BP to drop again so that they get dizzy once more. So you need to get them to stand slowly. You don't need to, like, you get me? Now, let's talk about seizure. Seizure, on the other hand, is sudden loss of consciousness due to abnormal hypersynchronous firing of the neurons. Neurons are what makes up the nervous system. It is the abnormal firing of the neurons that differentiates syncope and seizure. Seizure is a broad topic and will be dealt with in a different video. But note that somebody can be seizuring and not be convulsing. Convulsion is actually seizure evidenced by shaking or jerking. So that's like the motor evidence of somebody having an abnormal brain activity. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in another video. If you like this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and I'll see you another time. Love you so much. Bye.